Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. We have a brand new deck to open. Now, this deck has been out for a little while. It was launched on Kickstarter in May 2024 and it was delivered to its backers in October 2024. Now, this is not a Kickstarter or this is not one from the Kickstarter. This is actually the mass production, and this one just came out this year. I believe in June this came out, but I'm not really certain exactly when it came out. I've been looking for information on when it came out, and it's really hard to find. But this one is called the Venus Morningstar Tarot. And you know, I've been seeing this deck. I saw it in one of my favorite stores and I thought, this looks like a really beautiful deck. So this is the front of the box. That is the back of the box, you guys, and you can pause your device and read that, of course. The creator is Natasha Fromm, and she is a Venezuelan German artist, and so I'm excited about it. It is produced by Aphrodite Studios 333. Let's open this guy. Let's see what this is all about. So in this video, you guys, we're going to cover everything about this deck, and we're going to see if this deck is going to be something that you would like to add to your collection, or maybe not. I don't know what the cardstock is. Like I said, the information was a little bit vague online, and so but here it is anyway. Here's a little writing. She becomes souls to rise and soar, to seek the light, to crave for more. Venus, the morning star so bright, a symbol of hope, of endless light. What Natasha did, she collected different images from Renaissance era artwork, and then she tweaked it so that it would match with the tarot. So just so that's a little bit piece of information there. It's always really important where the artwork comes from, right? And this is the booklet or the guidebook, as they say. It's got that rose petal feeling to it in here, and I already see that it gives you a picture of the card, and then it gives you the affirmation and the keywords. Let's see what is in here. Here's the table of contents, and of course you can pause your device and read that, but it looks like it's pretty run-of-the-mill, if you ask me. How to work this guidebook on the Morningstar, renaming the cards. And so that's what it is. So in renaming the cards, I think it's important to note that the Fool is the Dawn, the High Priestess is the Priestess, the Hierophant is the Ancient, the Wheel of Fortune is Fate, the Hanged Man is Stillness, and the Tower is Fallen. So other than that is your regular run-of-the-mill, you guys. So that's the booklet there. This is the inside of the box, the other side of the box. Here's the cards, you guys. Cardstock. Cardstock is good. It's robust. It is sturdy. It is that sort of rose petal feeling to it. I like it. I know this cardstock very, very well, and this is something that I really, really like. So this is the introduction card, and here is the back of the card, and you can pause your device and read that if you're interested. And let's look at these cards. This is the Dawn, or usually the Fool. This is the Magician. I like the artwork already. So it's giving me immediately that sort of European Renaissance, Baroque sort of period artwork, and that's what I'm getting from this deck immediately. This is the Empress, and that's the same card that they have on the cover of the box. They have a lot to look at here, you guys. So she did put a frame, and it's in white, so it's not that aggressive, but at the same time, I wish that she wouldn't have done the frame. I think that the frame really takes away from the picture, but it is what it is. This is the Emperor. By the way, you guys, these cards are totally gilded. You see that? In a very shiny gold. And I find that to be beautiful. Of course, as I always say, cards don't have to be gilded, but it's always nice when they are. This is the Ancient. And so, very beautiful colors, beautiful beautiful adaptation of those paintings into the Major Arcana here. This is the Lovers. Here's the Chariot. Wow. I love the yellows in there. I love that there's more than just 2 horses. You see, there's like 4 horses here. And there is figures on the background of this card, as you can see. There's the Strength. Beautiful Strength card. I love the fact that she's already tamed the lion. And she uses him almost as a pet. This is the Hermit. Very pretty. This is Fate. This is Justice. This is Stillness. This is Death. Oh, what a pretty Death card. I love flowers, so whenever I see flowers depicted this way, I like it. So it's an image that draws my attention. It's something that I like, and I think this is a very, very beautiful image of the Death card. This is Temperance. Not my favorite Temperance card. Ooh, the Devil. Who's the Devil? Is she the devil, or is the Serpent the devil? I would say that the Serpent is the devil. Fallen. So that's the Tower, right? That's a very pretty tower. Oh, this is beautiful. I really like it. The colors are tamed. Nothing is screaming. I think it's a deck that chats, but I also get the feeling that this is a very direct deck. So I don't think this is going to beat around the bush, but it's going to give it with grace. You know what I mean? This is not going to scream at you. This is not going to say, you know, or tell you a story, 1,000 words for one meaning. I think that it really gives you the description of the card, and I think you're going to get your answers. This is the Sun. Beautiful Sun card. Once again, you guys, there's so much to look at here that it just really takes a little while to see these pictures. This is Judgment. Look, there's not just one, there's like 3 of them, and they're sounding the flute all over as if, you know, they're coming in and they're saying, come on, let's go. So that's a very active Judgment card. Oh, that's the World. Wow, is that great. So this is beautiful. And now we step into the Minor Arcana. Here's the Ace of Wands. And this deck was inspired by Venus energy and sunlight energy, you guys. That's what the creator wanted to really pass along here. So, of course, with aesthetics. So if you are interested in artwork, this is a deck that would be perfect for you. You know, this is so artistic, this deck. It is just one of those decks that I think should definitely be part of the artful decks in one's collection. This is the 3 of Wands. This is the 4 of Wands. This is the 5 of Wands, you guys, and that definitely looks like there is something there going on. There is, in like as I said at the beginning, there is so much going on. I feel like the cards maybe are a bit small for what it's being depicted on the card. And the size of the cards is regular size, you guys. So that's what the size is. No major change on that. This is the 6 of Wands. This is the Seven of Wands. Very pretty. This is the Eight of Wands. And, you know, it's totally giving that Renaissance feel to it. This is the Nine of Wands. This is the Ten of Wands. Wow. So he's carrying really a lot there. And then it looks like there's all of these bodies there. And it looks like he's just carrying the world on his back. That's a heavy Ten of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. And it looks like Cupid. This is the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands. She's very, very pretty. The King of Wands. And this is the Ace of Cups. How pretty. You don't see a cup, but you see a shell there. She's holding up a shell. And I like it. This is the Two of Cups. Very appropriate for the Two of Cups, though, however, it looks more like a lover's card than a Two of Cups to me. This is the Three of Cups, and that's definitely some sort of a reunion going on, enjoying themselves. This is the Four of Cups. This is the Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Seven of Cups. This is the Eight of Cups, and this is a dark picture, but it looks like she's moving along, and it looks almost sort of like she is swimming. It looks to me like half of her body is underwater. So let's look at the book and see what it says. Here it is, the Eight of Cups. Edward Burne-Jones, Knight, 1870. So here it gives you the name of the artwork, which is super important. The affirmation is, as I follow the guiding light of the morning star, I release what no longer serves me, highest good, and step confidently towards a brighter, more fulfilling future. Keywords is detachment, exploration, transition, introspection, abandonment, reflection, solitude, and surrender. So it's minimum, but it's pretty good. It doesn't describe the picture, but I guess you can look it up online after you know who the artist is. This is the Nine of Cups, and that's a very pretty card. This is the Ten of Cups, and yeah, there's that rainbow there, and it looks like there's just rejoicing all around. This is the Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Oh wow, she's riding a huge fish. You see that? Here's the Queen of Cups. She's also holding a fish. Well, not also. The other one was not holding a fish. The other one was riding a fish, but this one is holding a fish. There's the King of Cups. And he looks like Zeus a little bit to me. He even has the crown there. This is the Ace of Swords, and so now we're stepping into the swords. The Two of Swords, very pretty. She doesn't have a scarf over her head. She does have some sort of a cloth over her head, but not really a scarf, and it looks like her eyes are covered. No, her eyes are not covered. She looks like she's scared. The Three of Swords, yeah. Pain, heartache. This is the Four of Swords. And I have to say that the Swords cards are pretty tamed. Well, I take that back. Here's the Five of Swords, and that doesn't look like it's very tame, does it? It looks like this sort of human sort of creature is sucking on this man's throat, and then if you see this creature here, there's sort of a Dracula sort of a picture there looking. So what an interesting Five of Swords. This is the Six of Swords, and it's a very pretty. It looks like she's guiding her. This is the Seven of Swords. This is the Eight of Swords. The Nine of Swords. I like that Nine of Swords. I really like the pictures in this deck, you guys. I think I'm going to be adding this deck right away. This is the Ten of Swords. This is the Page of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. Very young Knight of Swords. Here's the Queen of Swords. Here's the King of Swords. Here's the Ace of Coins, and this is the last suit on the deck. This is a beautiful Ace of Coins. This is the Two of Coins. This is the Three of Coins. Very pretty. It does look like they're working together. This is the Four of Coins. The Five of Coins. The Six of Coins. I mean, that is a total Renaissance picture, right? I mean, it's got all the ingredients for a perfect Renaissance picture. So I also get the feeling that I'm walking through a museum. So yeah, very, very cool. Seven of Coins. Eight of Coins there. Yeah, she's working. There's the Nine of Coins, and she's enjoying what she has created. Here's the Ten of Coins. What an interesting Ten of Coins. Really. There's light everywhere. There's this sort of figures here sort of flying around. It's almost angelic looking. Here's the Page of Coins, and she's a very young Page of Coins. Here's the Knight of Coins. Here's the Queen of Coins. And finally, we get the King of Coins. And this picture I've seen many, many times before. Wow, you guys, this deck is right up my alley. I am so glad I got this deck. Wow. This is just beautiful. Look at that gilding. Let's see how this guy is shuffling. This shuffles really well. Really, really well. I like it. The cards have body. The cardstock is really, really beautiful. I'm happy with it. And by the way, how could I not? I didn't show you the back of the card. This is the back of the card, and as you can see, they're totally reversible. So if you work in reverse, that'll work really, really well. You guys, I'm so glad this deck is in the collection. Really, this is an absolute gorgeous deck. Let's see what a spread looks like with this deck. I've seen better, but it's okay. It's really a pretty deck. I am so glad this is in the collection. I am so looking forward to working with this deck. This is beautiful. I thought honestly that it was going to be more on the feminine side, especially because of the name, the Venus. But I find it feminine, and I also find it masculine. So it's not like I find it unbalanced. I think it's a very balanced deck, so I'm really happy that it's in the collection. And I've said this many times, even if it was a total feminine deck, I still would work with it, and I like feminine decks too. I have several feminine decks in my collection, but this one has a really nice balance of the two, you guys. So I hope that this was a good video for you in deciding if the Venus Morningstar Tarot is a tarot for you or not. And you guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have this deck, if you're thinking about this deck. And as I always say, until the next time.